then from windy, wet Wales. There's a reason that Wales is so green and beautiful, isn't there? And it's usually water, either from the sky or maybe from the sea. And that's what we're going to be exploring today. I'm at Halen Mon, which means Anglesey sea salt. It's the way they extract it from the sea and then they export it all over the world to some of the world's best restaurants, top chefs, even major politicians and royalty. They say that once you've tasted it, you'd never go back to ordinary table salt. I'm here to experience that, but also I'm told it is a wonderful time to do one of the most extraordinary experiences. If you see behind me, whiskey barrels, and you get inside one, and they sort of shower you with seaweed. No way am I doing that today, sitting in a whiskey barrel, looking at what is undeniably a wonderful view. That's what you're meant to do for a good 45 minutes, and people say it is the most incredible experience. But there's no way I'm going to be talked into that. Instead, let's go inside and find out more about this amazing sea salt. Is where it all happens. And you're Rob, you're the boss. Hi.
Hi, I'm lovely to meet you.
Lovely to see you.
Welcome to Halen Mon.
I've never really thought about how important salt was before. Tell me all about salt. Where does it come from? Why here?
Absolutely. Alistair and David Lee Wilson, the founders, they originally set up an aquarium next door in around about 1984. And they ran a very successful business. They employed lots of local staff. But unfortunately, in the 80s, they couldn't keep the business open through the winter months. The footfall just wasn't there.
Yeah.
So Alison and David sat down together to try and think of another business that they could run alongside the aquarium. And I think they came up with 49 ideas, but one of them was making sea salt.
Yeah. And nobody else was doing it?
Not on Anglesey, no.
Which is astonishing when you think of the quality of the water.
Absolutely beautiful.
And what's in it. Yeah. Don't you have protective status?
We do. We have a PDO, Protected Designation of Origin, which means that we join the likes of Parma ham or champagne, and it means that Halen Mon has to come from this body of water right outside our gate. Our salt making process all starts by us paying King Charles III.
Why?
So essentially the foreshore outside here in the Menai Strait is owned by the Crown Estate, and they give public right away, but if you would like to place a pipe across their beach, then you have to pay for that privilege.
Oh, I see.
And we extract 25,000 litres of seawater every day.
I can't even imagine how much that is.
It's the size of a small swimming pool.
Oh, every day?
Every single day.
So you're pulling water out of the sea?
That's correct.
But it's particularly good sea around here, isn't it?
It is, and we know that because seahorses
what little
breed
seahorses?
here. Tiny seahorses breed here, and they'll only breed in the cleanest of waters.
So you've always known
this is
good water for salt?
That's correct.
Right. Okay, so you pull in a swimming pool's worth of water every day, and then what do you do with it?
The first thing we do is we filter it. We filter it through natural filters, a coarse sand filter and a charcoal filter. And then we also pass it through UV light to kill any bacteria. But then this is the important part. Seawater has very little salt in it. Seawater is only 3.5% salinity. So we need to make our seawater saltier. So we do that by boiling it in our still, and we create this really concentrated salty brine.
So you're not adding anything to it?
No.
You're just distilling it down?
That's right. We're just boiling it to make this super concentrated cold brine.
Right. And that's what ends up here?
Absolutely.
Is this the factory floor, is it?
Yeah, this is our production hall. This is where we make all of our sea salt. What you can see in front of you there are our big, large piles of salt. Beautiful, white,
it's
diamond-like.
Yeah, it is diamond-like. Thank you very much. But it starts off with just these beds of highly concentrated seawater.
Yes.
And what are you doing to it there?
So we have a heater above each one of our crystallising tables, and that heater is going to heat the surface of the brine. The salt flake will grow on the surface, it will get heavier, and then it will sink to the bottom of the table. And this process will repeat itself all through the day today, and more importantly, all through the night when we're not here. And tomorrow morning, there'll be lots of layers and layers of beautiful sea salt ready for harvesting.
So actually, it's an entirely natural process. It just involves heat.
Absolutely, yes.
And that sinks to the bottom of the big trays.
Yes.
And then you hoik it out.
Yeah, we harvest it, we
shovels.
take a large shovel, and then we shovel the salt out into the trays.
How hot does it get in there then?
It's very, very warm in there. It's 40 degrees, and it's quite heavy work because the shovels are heavy, the salt is heavy, and then they're lifting all the salt into these white trays. So it's very, very hard work.
And these lovely flakes that it produces, that is your proper salt.
It is. We are famous for the large flake. But there's one thing that we do, Anne, that no other company does. After we've harvested the salt, we rinse our salt. So we take 180 trays a day out of this room into our rinsing room, and we hand rinse 180 trays every day to remove the chalk or calcium carbonate that is present in seawater.
Yeah, because of course salt is sodium chloride.
So the chalk or the calcium carbonate would give our salt a slight bitter aftertaste on the finish. So we are the only company in the world that rinses that calcium carbonate away, and what you're left with is the closest thing to a pure salt flake.
And I've noticed, I mean, I don't know whether it's the difference between sea salt and rock salt, but it's not hard. It is flaky. It's like snowflake.
It certainly is. What we do is when we dry our salt, we don't dry it hard, as you say, like rock salt. We deliberately leave some moisture in the salt, so it's crisp in the mouth, but you can still take a pinch and break it down with your finger and your thumb.
And we're going to test it a bit.
We are going to test it, yes.
But I noticed, I mean, that beautiful salt, and it does look so beautiful. Obviously, at the end of the day, you've got a table without any salt in it, just the water.
Yeah, well, all of the seawater or the brine, it doesn't all evaporate.
Yeah, so
they do actually shovel it out or harvest it through the brine.
Yeah.
And then once they've taken the salt out, they simply top up the table. They never remove the brine, so there's no wastage.
Halen Mon, what does that mean?
So Halen means salt, and Morn means Anglesey. So Halen, Morn,
So this is
Anglesey,
absolutely
sea
Anglesey salt.
Yes. Halen Morn is used by lots of famous chefs all across the world. We also have Barack Obama. Barack Obama loves our smoked salt, but he has it on his handmade chocolates on the top.
He hasn't been here to see where it comes from.
He hasn't been here, no. He's always welcome to come and visit us.
But that means he's obviously tried it somewhere and thought, I like that.
That's right. And when they placed an order for our smoked salt, we asked the company who make the handmade chocolates to send us some samples.
Yeah, I bet you did.
And they were absolutely delicious.
And funnily enough, salt does go with chocolate, doesn't it?
It does. When you add salt to something sweet, it makes it less sickly, but it elevates the flavour.
So the Americans are very big on salt.
They really are, yeah. It really gives it a greater depth of flavour.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what an amazing industry to be part of.
It is.
Lift it up out.
Yeah, look at that.
Just then slide it along.
Oh my goodness.
It
They're
drains.
really quite big crystals, aren't they?
There.
Oh, it's wonderful. There's something so...
It's amazing, really.
Yes, is it?
It goes from, like I say, we pump it up from the Straits into the plant,
Yeah.
where we heat it if we go about there this time.
And this is the Menai Strait.
The Menai Straits.
Which is meant to be such a really good abundance of really good pure seawater.
With, you've got the mussels feeding off the bottom that purify it more.
So already, in a way, by the time you've got it here, it's been through a purifying process.
It's approximately 3% out in the Menai Straits.
Yeah.
By the time we get it, we're up to about 15 to 20%.
So this is a much denser brine.
So then when we heat it up, it evaporates and we end up with the flakes.
So you see the flakes beginning to form on the top.
They'll sink.
And then they sink. My goodness. And that is why it's called harvesting.
That's it.
I mean, you're not making.
No. Growing, I'd say.
Growing
it more than
and then
making.
you're harvesting. So actually what you're doing is farming.
It is, in a way, yeah.
Fantastic process.
It is.
Thank you so much.
It's
Isn't it?
It is.
It's a bit of a it's a bit of a privilege. There's something so natural about what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's a bit like magic. As the day goes by, it evaporates overnight.
Yeah.
And then it's there in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what time it appears, but it's there.
And then, amazingly, what you do with it, it goes all over the world. Some
Correct,
amazingly
yeah.
important
Yeah.
restaurants
That's it.
and chefs. And it's probably been shovelled by you.
In the last 5 years, definitely. Definitely.
Well, I've been lucky enough to do a lot of tastings in my time, like wine tastings and things like that, but never salt tasting, Rob. And yet you make a thing of it. Tell me what you normally ask people to do.
Okay, so on your sheet here, you have a selection of salts.
Yes.
The top 3 salts are not ours.
Right.
They're only there to show you how terrible they are.
Okay.
The middle one is the star of the show. That's
Pure
our
Halen
pure Halen.
Yeah.
And then the bottom 2 are 2 of our flavours.
Yeah, because you sell them now with flavours infused.
Yes, we've got lots of flavours, including garlic, celery seed, chilli and garlic,
Wow.
Even vanilla. And we also smoke our own salt. You'll be tasting that one
Okay,
in a
so
moment.
what do we do?
Okay, so if you just lick your finger, have a tiny taste of table salt, which is the top left.
Which is the ordinary.
Yeah, this is table salt that you'll find in most kitchens. And when you taste it, yeah, it is salty.
It's salt.
But it does have a bitter aftertaste.
It does, yeah. Ooh,
Now,
yeah.
table salt is rock salt.
Yeah.
They mine it, then they grind it down, and then they add anti-caking agent to it. The anti-caking agent isn't very good for your digestive system. And as I say, it also gives the salt that bitter aftertaste.
Yeah.
So it's not very pleasant. And then the next one along, rock salt, as the name suggests, it's very, very hard. You cannot
very
break
hard.
it down with your finger and your thumb. Rock salt comes from the same mine as table salt, but it's not as heavily processed. So if you had to choose one,
The rock salt would be better.
rock salt would be better than the
But,
table salt. Yeah.
Okay.
But the rock salt does still have the chalk on it, the calcium carbonate, from when it was sea salt millions of years ago, before it was left
I
deposited
see.
underground.
And then the next one is,
This is European sea salt. This one's actually French. But if you have a look at the colour of it,
it's almost brown.
it's very sort of greyish brown
Yeah.
colour. It doesn't look very pleasant. And when you taste that one, and it tastes very, very harsh. It does taste of the sea, but it's a very harsh flavour.
I'll try and find a small grain.
And it's very sandy on the texture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's salt, but
That is it. They're all salty.
nothing terribly special. Okay, so those are the 3 that
They're
are...
the 3 that are not ours.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the middle one, this is the star of the show.
Yeah.
You should be able to take a pinch and break it down with your finger and your thumb. So when we dry
Oh,
it,
yes, you see, it's softer, isn't it?
it is.
straight
It's
away.
much softer. So you don't need to pop it into a grinder or a mill. And when you taste it,
Oh, my goodness, the
it's much cleaner on the finish.
difference is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's salty. It just melts on your tongue.
It's clearer and purer. And I
It
don't
is.
really know another word to describe it because I've never thought of salt like that before. But there's no doubt there's a big difference.
There's a huge difference.
It's much softer on the tongue.
It's so delicious. But some famous chefs have even said that our salt is sweet. They don't mean it's sweet.
No, I know what they mean, though. There's a quality in it.
There is.
that-
What they mean is there's no bitterness, there's no bitter
I'm not
aftertaste.
absolutely needing to wash it out. It's no, that's all right, actually.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
can taste the difference
Okay, no, you've sold me on the pure salt.
on the pure salt.
And now we get to the way you play with it sometimes.
Absolutely. So the next one, this is our pure salt, but then we've added all these organic spices. When you taste this one, you'll probably taste cinnamon, cumin, coriander, black peppercorns and cloves.
So what would you use it in?
So you can use this, you can use it in like a shepherd's pie, a cottage pie, you can use it on chicken. Have a taste of it. It's just, they're all just warm spices. There's no heat in this one at all.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It just adds a bit of quality flavour.
Yeah. So,
Ooh, that's quite nice.
it's not as hot as the chili and garlic.
No, but if you were putting that in a pie, like you said,
Yeah.
that would add a bit of something, wouldn't
it would give it a lot of warmth and
Yeah.
a lot of
warmth.
depth.
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. No, I like that very much. So we move on to the
So-
smoked Halen.
Yeah, the last one there on your sheet is smoked. We smoke it here in our smokery. It's smoked over oak. And we get this lovely smoky flavour, which is amazing on eggs. It's lovely on mashed potato. You can use it on steaks or fish. anywhere where you'd like a nice smoky flavour. So yeah, have a little taste of that one.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Oh, that's lovely. That's really, really nice.
Really, you can get that smokiness coming through.
You add it to eggs, so you could scramble eggs and add a bit of that
You
in.
can. You're beautiful on scrambled egg.
Didn't you used to be a chef?
I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Years ago, was it?
It was many years ago.
Before
yeah.
you discovered
but
all of
But I'm
this.
still a keen cook.
Yeah.
I still cook at home, and obviously I've got an abundance of seasonings to in my armoury.
Yes, haven't you just? But you are remarkable. I mean, you've ended up here harvesting salt.
Correct.
Which is such an unusual job, and you can't have ever imagined that
No.
you'd end up here doing this. But weren't you also a florist?
I was a florist, yes. I had a flower shop for many years.
Did you?
Yep. So after I became a chef, I went into the floristry industry. Really enjoyed it.
And when you had the royal visit here,
Yes.
when William and Kate came, you are the one that made the bouquet that
Yes.
she carried here, that she was given.
I did. A very, very proud moment for me.
I was going to say, how proud.
It was a fabulous day. We all really enjoyed ourselves. They were very approachable. I was lucky enough to take them through a salt tasting. Kate was really great fun. Asking her to lick her finger and dip it into the salt was unusual,
Yeah.
but she embraced it. She
joined
was
in.
great fun. Yeah. Not many people have actually sat down and tasted lots of different salts next to one another.
You wouldn't think it was something you do. I mean, why? You just take it totally for granted that salt is in the grinder, if you're lucky you got a good one, or just in the salt cellar on the table.
Yeah, this is it. But this does actually showcase ours against other salts, and it shows how much love we put into it.
Oh, you certainly do. I tell you what, there are other things you do to love. The salted caramel. Now, that's an interesting one.
It is.
So is this something that you make? Yes, it's
So this
it's
is
a
made.
Halen
This is
one.
made to our recipe, and this is wonderful on pancakes. It's lovely on waffles. You can use it on ice cream, or you can eat it straight out of the jar with a
Salted
spoon.
caramel on ice cream.
Yeah, dip your lollipop
That's what
stick
this
in
is?
there, yeah,
Right.
and twist it round, and then have a taste.
Oh, I see. Yes, you could put that on ice cream. Okay. I don't think I've ever tasted salted caramel. That's
But it's
nice.
very Moorish.
That's nice, and it's your salt in it.
It is.
Oh, it's lovely. And there's something else. Oh, yes, this is another interesting use of salt. Oh, it says Halen Mon on it. So is it yours, or is it just because I know that you like to sell things that are local?
It's called gin Moor. Moor means the sea, so it's gin of the sea.
Yeah.
They add our salt to the botanicals when they first start to make the gin, right at the beginning of the process. And you can physically see the salt,
brilliant.
thank you, drawing out the oils.
Well, because that's what
of the
salt
juniper.
does.
It does.
So they add the salt to the
Juniper.
berries, and that draws out the flavour.
Draws out the oils, and it makes for a smoother gin.
Oh, all right, we'll have to try this one just a little. Actually, wasn't there a picture you showed me of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, as they were then, having a gin and tonic here?
Yes, they tried our gin and tonic. They really enjoyed it. We actually gave them a bottle on the way out.
I bet they love it. Oh, it's strong. But then I have just drunk it pure. But isn't that amazing? All the uses of your salt in all different sorts of... gosh, this has solved Christmas presents for me. I know exactly what, particularly my sons. Anyone who thinks they're a bit of a foodie, who loves different tastes, who likes to cook, would love to try a lot of these things because it could make a big difference to your signature dish, couldn't it?
Absolutely. As you say, Christmas presents, our online presence is huge. Our orders are really, really healthy through November, December, because they do make great gifts. For anybody who likes to be in the kitchen cooking,
Yes,
then
yeah.
this is something special.
Oh, it's the whole day has been special. Thank you so much. It's still wet and windy outside, so I'm not going to do what apparently lots of people do, which is go and sit in a whiskey tub and look out at the sea. No way. Well, as you see, they are lovely and very persuasive people here at Halen Mon. I cannot believe I'm doing this. I am sitting in an old whiskey tub full of distilled water. Actually, it's the water that comes from the process of making the salt. It's literally distilled seawater. Isn't that fantastic? And it's very warm. So I did get talked into it. I can't believe I'm doing this. But why am I doing this? Claire, come and tell me why I'm doing this. What are you going to do?
This is the seaweed, Anne, that's going to be entered into the bath with you. So very heavy in oils, as you can see.
Oh, my, you can see
Yeah, you can
the oil.
see, yeah. That is the texture people try and escape from when they're on the beach. Yes. But it is wonderful for your skin. It's really heavy in the minerals. When you rub it in, it's going to make your skin feel rejuvenated. It's just going to give you some lovely, tranquil vibes coming from that
And
seaweed.
how warm is this water? Because it is beautiful. Otherwise, I would not be sitting here.
This water is warm to about 40 degrees, but it does depend on the day. So if it is a hotter day, which we have experienced this year, it is a little bit cooler. But on days like this, for example, it is warmed a little bit more, but we can always adjust it to people's requirements.
And you do have, I mean, I know a bit later on today, lots and lots of people are coming.
Yes, we've got 4 sessions a day currently.
And is this seaweed from the same place you get the salt?
Well, it's from the sea, but we have to import it from Ireland because Ireland is the closest place that reflects the seaweed that you would find here and can give us a large enough amount of it. But it is completely natural. It's hand harvested. It's not processed in any way. It is dried naturally in large indoor barns.
So when you have it delivered,
Yes.
it's dried.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is dried. It is rehydrated in these
I'm
barrels.
sitting in a whiskey barrel full of distilled seawater, and you've got a bucket of seaweed that you've just plonked in me.
Yes.
But what do I do now? Do I just sort of relax?
Just relax. You enjoy
view.
the view,
Yeah.
the changing view that is very, very tranquil most days.
Yeah.
This
Although
is-
you persuaded me, you're the one who did it. You said this sort of weather is particularly good for sitting here like this.
Yes, in fact, my favourite time is when that little mizzly rain is falling. So you've got the little layer of cool chilledness coming down on you as you're nice and warm and cosy underneath.
Yeah, it's like having the ultimate hot tub, really, isn't it?
Yes, without the bubbles. And in fact, if you like, I can get you a bottle of Prosecco to enjoy.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yes.
Bear with me a second.
Oh, yes, please. Well, who would have thought this is the ultimate luxury? And people book months in advance to do this. Cheers. Here's another unusual, fascinating episode from me, Anne Diamond, for Viking.TV, in the most extraordinary place and in the most extraordinary position I've probably been in yet. Oh, that's nice.